Okay, now we have discussed all the cost related variances. If you go to summary, we are discussing the total operating profit variance. As I said to you, total operating profit variance, we can divide into two parts as total cost related variances and the total sales related variances. Here, cost related variances we discussed as direct labor cost related variance, direct material cost related variance, direct variable overhead cost related variance, fixed overhead cost related variance. Then we divided labor rate and efficiency, material price and usage. We can further discuss that one as mixed variances also. That it will be discussed. Then variable load cost also we divided as expenditure variance and the efficiency variance. Fixed overhead cost related variance we discussed under the scenarios of expenditure and volume. Now total sales we are going to discuss. This is income. Okay. Okay, let's see. When it's become total, sales related, income related or sales related variance, we can calculate these things from two views. අපිට දෙවිදියකට හදන්න පුළුවන්. One view is we can consider the total price, total income, total sales value of our firm. Another next view is we can concentrate just the margin, just the sales margin per unit. දැන් අපි හිතුවොත් එහෙම අපි රුපියල් 100කට එක යුනිට් එකක් විකුණනවා ඒකකට අදාළ පිරිවැය එන්න තියෙන 80යි කියලා. අපිට 100 පදනම් කරගෙන මේ විචලනයන් ගණනය කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. එකකින් ලැබෙන ලාභය රුපියල් 20යි කියලා හිතලා 20 ඒ කියන්නේ ප්‍රොෆිට් මාජින් එක මත පදනම් වෙලා මේක ගණනය කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. අපි මේ දෙවිදිහටම කතා කරමු. Okay. First of all, let's calculate the variances by using total sales prices. Okay. Okay, let's discuss. Okay, here we are going to discuss total sales variance. Total sales variance as you know, week refers to the difference between actual sales and the standard sales income. ප්‍රමිත විකුණුම් ආදායමයි සත්‍ය විකුණුම් ආදායමයි අතර වෙනස තමයි මුළු විකුණුම් හා සම්බන්ධ විචලනය කියලා අදහස් කරන්නේ. The actual sales value can be calculated by actual quantity multiplying actual price per unit. The standard quantity can be calculated, standard cost sales, standard sales income can be calculated by multiplying standard selling price into standard quantity or budgeted quantity. ඔතන standard quantity කියන්න පුළුවන්, budgeted quantity කියන එක තමයි හරිම standard price එකෙන් ගුණ කරනවා. Then it can be the variance, total sales variance. In here, keep in mind, in cost related variances, if you incurred more cost, that becomes more cost than the standard cost, that becomes unfavorable variance or adverse variance. But when it's become sales, if we earn more income, that becomes favorable variance. Keep in mind, ආදායම වැඩිපුර එනකොට ඒක අපිට වාසිදායක වෙනවා. Okay, let's see whether we are having okay, just you in here just ignored the B. ඒක විතරක් consider කරන්න. In this sum, you just consider the point product A, product B සලකා බලන්න එපා. The reason I will explain in later. Okay, now let's calculate variance for the product A. Then you have been given information, standard, budgeted and standards and actual. Okay, let's calculate first actual sales income. Then actual units of product A, they have actually sold out 1050 units. Cost per unit, now selling price per unit is 98. Okay, then you can calculate actual sales income. $1,050 into 98. The standard sales you can calculate. එයාලා විකුණන්න අපේක්ෂා කරලා තියෙන්නේ 1000 units budgeted sales into විකුණන්න අපේක්ෂා කරන මිල රුපියල් 100. Then 100,000. They expected to earn 100,000 sales, but they have actually earned 102,900. The difference can be calculated by multiplying standard sales from actual sales. The value is 2,900. It is favorable. They have earned more favorable variance. Rupees value දාන්න ඕනේ මේ function අවුල් වෙන නිසා මම excel එකේ දාන්න නැත්තේ. Okay, now in this part we can, as we did in the direct material, we can calculate what will happen if we sold out this actual quantity for the standard price. මේ actual quantity එක standard price එකට විකුණුවා නම් මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා අපිට බලන්න පුළුවන්. That one, actual quantity 1050 into standard price 100. Here you can see actual quantity into actual price, actual quantity into standard price. The reason for the difference of these two columns is price, that is known as sales price variance. The reason for these two columns you can identify here actual quantity into selling price, here actual quantity, standard quantity or budgeted quantity into selling price. Reason for this difference is quantity. So that one can be identified as sales volume variance. Okay. Okay, now let's calculate. Here, the difference between these two columns is 2100. They have actually earned 102,900. If they sold out this quantity for standard price, they had to earn 105,000. ඒ කියන්නේ ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් ප්‍රයිස් එකට මේ විකුණපු ටිකම විකුණුවා නම් එයාලට 1,50,000ක් උපයන්න තිබ්බා. දැන් උපයලා තියෙන්නේ 1,02,900යි. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන තියෙන්නේ එයාලගේ ආදායම අඩුවීමක්. They have actually earned less than the standard one. Then here variance becomes adverse. In here, they have targeted to sold out 105,000 worth of goods, but actually they have sold out 105,000 worth of goods, but actually if they followed up the standard, they had to do 100,000. So they have earned more than expected. That means here the variance becomes favorable. That's all. So let's see how to do this within our equations. Sales price variance refers to sales price variance equals to actual price minus standard price into actual sales units. Here actual price in product A, actual price 100. No, actual price 98 minus 100 into actual sales units 1050. Then you can get 2 into 1050. 2,100 rupees 2,100. බලන්න මෙතන minus value එකක් එන්නේ. යාලා selling price එක actual එකට වඩා අඩුවෙන් වියදම් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Then this becomes adverse. Then sales volume variance. These things I will discuss later. Sales volume variance you can calculate. Actual sales units minus budgeted sales units into standard selling price. Actual sales units here 1050 minus budgeted sales units, they have budgeted to sold out 1000. Standard selling price in here 100. Then 5000. You can identify they have sold out more. 1050යි 1000යි 1050ක් ඇත්තටම විකුණලා තියෙනවා 1000යි විකුණන්න හිටියේ. Then 5000 they have sold more, that means favorable variance. Okay. Then as I said, same calculation can be done by considering sales profit margin behalf of these selling prices. මේ selling prices වෙනුවට profit margin එක දාලා අපිට මේක ගණනය කරන්න පුළුවන්. Then from the points for behalf of actual prices, we need to calculate actual profit margin. Behalf of the standard prices, we need to calculate standard profit margins. You know that profit margin can be calculated by deducting cost from the selling price. In here, we need to calculate standard profit margin and the actual profit margin. It's simple. Standard profit margin can be calculated by deducting standard cost per unit from the standard selling price. Standard selling price minus standard cost per unit. Then actual profit margin. You may feel that actual profit margin should be calculated by deducting actual cost per unit from the standard selling price. ඔයාලට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් actual profit margin එක ගණනය කරන්න ඕනේ සත්‍ය විකුණුම් මිලෙන් අඩු කරලා සත්‍ය ඒකකයක පිරිවැය කියලා. නමුත් ඒක වැරදි. That's wrong. We need to deduct standard cost per unit from the actual selling price. Actual selling price minus standard cost per unit. The reason is when it's become cost related variances, we are adjusting, we are analyzing all the variances related to cost. Then when it's become income, we need to identify just the variance related to the income. Then පිරිවැය සම්බන්ධ විචලනයන් වලදී අපි අඳුනා ගන්නවා මේ විචලනයන් මෙතනදී සිද්ධ වෙනවා කියලා. එතකොට ඒවා දැනටමත් ගැළපිලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා අපි මෙතනදී අඳුනා ගන්න ඕනේ විකුණුම් මිල නිසාම සිදු වූ විචලනය. විකුණුම් ඒ නිසා තමයි අපි actual selling price එකෙන් standard cost එක අඩු කරන්නේ. Keep in mind මේ ගොඩක් කට්ටියට වරදිනවා. Okay. Okay. Then in this scenario, let's calculate what is actual sales actual profit margin. Here actual selling price, no, standard profit margin, standard selling price 100 minus 80. So in this scenario, 100 minus 80 equals to 20. Then here actual selling price 98 minus standard cost per unit 80 equals 18. Okay. Now let's see. Then ඔය දෙකෙන් හදන්නයි තියෙන්නේ. Then here we are going to calculate not the total sales variance, total sales margin variance. Total sales margin variance equals to actual quantity into actual margin, then standard quantity, standard cost margin can be, standard margin can be calculated standard quantity into standard margin. Here actual sales margin, here standard sales margin. Then let's do this. Actual quantity in here we multiplied 1050 by 98. Here actual margin it's 18. When it's become standard sales margin, we need to multiply 1000 into 20. Then there is a difference. ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් එකට අනුව යාලට මෙතන 1050 ගුණ කිරීම 18, මෙතන 1000 ගුණ කිරීම 20. ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් එකට අනුව කරා නම් වැඩි ලාභයක් ලබන්න තිබ්බා. ඒ නිසා මෙතන එන්නේ adverse variance එක. Here also middle part, the answer is difference. I will tell you, you may identify the reason in future. Actual quantity into standard margin, here you can calculate the difference between these 2 points is earlier sales price variance, now it's changing sales margin price variance. Here you can see 21,000 minus 18,100, it's adverse variance. The price related one may be equal. Or මේ පැත්ත හැමතිස්සෙම සමානයි මොන විදියට හැදුවා. This side we can known as sales margin volume variance. Actually, they have achieved 21,000, but if they followed that, they need to achieve 20,000 worth of goods. Valuation එක විකුණපු භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණය in here. Okay, the difference is 1,000. So it's favorable. That's all. This is margin related variances. Now we have completed all the variances with the equations. Other parts, they are mixed variances. Normally, in your case, other than one paper, just it has been tested these main variances only. එක ප්‍රශ්න පත්තරයක හැරුණුකොට අනිත් හැම ප්‍රශ්න පත්තරයකම හදලා තියෙන්නේ අහලා තියෙන්නේ මේ variances ටික. So what you need to do is go through the past papers and try to do these things. Anyhow, why we discuss those, but you should try yourself to calculate. ඔයාලා හදන්න බලිය යුතුයි.